Joining me now, the co-host of the Five, Kimberly Guilfoyle. Great to have you here.
Great to be here with you, Lou, and I can't stand it for another minute, these education obstructionists, and that's what they are. And I'm an educator myself. I worked in special education, children, teaching them, children with special needs, learning differences, and my son was in public school in New York, been in private school in New York, just to see the difference and comparing that even with San Francisco and schools across the country. Education is of paramount importance, and school choice should also matter. And it really sometimes depends on where you're born, where you live, what school district, and you have unions obstructing all along the way, trying to keep tenure for teachers that are unfit to educate.
You know, this is, and what is Black Lives Matter doing? They're denying an education, a secretary of education who wants to help, who wants to improve, and they have some bloody message they want to carry out that has no sense, no rhyme, no reason.
And if you question them, they wouldn't be able to answer anything or talk about the education system or what kind of needs that children have. And the people behind them, the people funding them, the people organizing are utterly, I mean, they're just more of the deplorable left. Yeah, well, they should be punished. I mean, it's terrible to try and deprive a child of an education so that they can better themselves and their family going forward. It's very disconcerting to me. Let the woman go to the schools, get the information, and try to make it better.
They're scared to death
of
it. But you know why? Have we got these statistics? I just want everybody to see what's happening in this country, and that is enrollment. Students in public charter schools by city. This is in Flint, Michigan. They're moving from the public educational system where there's no discipline, there's violence, there is no quality education in too many of these schools, public schools, which is has always been
too many
the great
in
equalizer in our society. Could we see that, please, again, so that everybody could see it? Put up the full screen, please. Flint, Michigan. 53% of them now in public charter schools. In the same in Detroit, Kansas City, 43%. In New Orleans, it's 92%. That doesn't include the private charter schools. It doesn't. I mean, parochial schools and private schools. I mean, this is what's going on. They're scared to death. The public education.
There's been a big fight about this in New York City. As well, you know, and by the way, we've had to be able to get up in arms about education, to be able to provide what children need to succeed going forward, to stop a cycle of poverty and violence in neighborhoods so they can have economic opportunity and be the masters of their own destiny.
Two realities that are demonstrated in that chart, because it's also happening nationwide, and that it is, one, the teachers' unions are failing. They're not only failing, but they're now part of the problem. And these are young children who are being, and their families are making a decision to get away from them and get to somewhere and to somewhere that offers them the chance to get a quality education.
It's really true, but shouldn't that be something that every child is entitled to be able to have that kind of choice? And charter schools have found a way to educate and succeed. That should be embraced. So they're blocking the car and blocking the doors, essentially, to education quality in this country.
Kimberly Guilfoyle, there are a lot of things going on right now with Kellyanne Conway, and she's the counselor to the president.
Certainly.
I thought it was very funny that Hillary Clinton tweeted this out, if we could show that. 3-0, talking about the court ruling by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. It's almost embarrassing to refer to that as a court, but nonetheless. And Conway,
by the way, they're overruled 80% of the time by the United States Supreme Court. All right, good job, Lou.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I do want to point out Kellyanne Conway, her response to this, if we had put that up, which I thought, there you go, Hillary, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan.
Do you love it?
I do love it. That's the way we put it up there. You found me out.
This pleases you, doesn't it,
Lou? It does indeed. Kimberly, thanks so much.
Me too. Go Kellyanne.
Absolutely. Thanks.